Have you ever jumped, sneezed, laughed out loud, and exactly at this moment felt a small leak of urine? If it happened even once, this video is just for you. And I want to tell you straight away that you are not alone. This is so common, but it's not inevitable, and neither we have to accept it just because we are in the second half of life. So in this video, I want to explain in a very simple way what is happening with your body when you are leaking, why it becomes more common after 40 and even more common after 50, and most important, what we can do starting from today to improve the situation. No complicated anatomy, just the basic things you need to know. So, it's good to think of your pelvic floor as a kind of hammock. It's a group of muscles and connective tissues that are holding, literally giving support to internal organs of our pelvis. One of the important functions of pelvic floor muscles of this hammock is actually keeping your bladder outlet closed when intra-abdominal pressure rises. And our intra-abdominal pressure rises when we, jump, lift weight, sneeze, laugh. It happens powerfully and it happens suddenly. So our muscles have actually no time to react. It should happen immediately, which is not a problem when they are strong and very reactive, because they can contract in time and hold everything in its place. And the leaking happens when they are not reactive enough or they are not strong enough. This condition is called stress incontinence, and you need to distinguish it from another type of incontinence that is called urgency incontinence, where you can feel a sudden urgent need to go to the bathroom and you struggle to make it in time. Today we're talking about stress incontinence leaking. So why does the things happen often after age of 40 and even more after age of 50, when statistically most women are entering in menopause? In part, it is connected with estrogen level that is fluctuating and then little by little leaves our body. With estrogen that are leaving our body, we are losing our tissues, elasticity, reactivity, their responsiveness, their tone. So our tissues, our muscles suffering without estrogen. And our pelvic floor, is a group of muscles like all the other muscles of our body. Here I want to pause for a moment, because I know how many women suffering from leaking while feeling ashamed to talk about it, even with their friends. Maybe they're thinking to be the only one, or maybe they're thinking that this is inevitable. That's why it's useless to talk about the argument that is a bit embarrassing. But as I like to say always, I think that it's so helpful to think of pelvic floor muscles like they are muscles. I have cramps in my trapezius muscles these days, so I'm not embarrassed to talk about it. What could be wrong? I know that maybe I need some massage, maybe I need some cold bath, or I want to go to my physiotherapist, and I can freely talk about it with my mom, with my husband, with my friends. So when you have this problem with your pelvic floor, maybe it's better think about it like a muscle, like this one, that is sending you some signal. And if you treat it like a muscle, everything becomes less embarrassing, because it's really how things are going. These are muscles and they are responding to exercises. You can train them, you can strengthen them, and they are responsive at any age. And women who committing to regular, simple exercises for 6-8 weeks will see improvements. So what can you do practically? Today, I'll give you one thing that you can do immediately. On my next video, I'll show you a small workout for stress incontinence issues. But we should always start with awareness of the body, with awareness of the muscle we are working with. So what I've taken from yoga is my teachers were telling me, and I agree, that the breathing as the one thing that can help us to build a connection, to create it from zero between our mind and our body, even with those parts of our body that we are not actually feeling well. And this is the case with our pelvic floor. So we're sitting straight with our spine in neutral position and with our pelvis in neutral position. I hope you can find 2 minutes for this session in a complete privacy so that you could direct your mind and your attention completely on what you're doing. Close your eyes and start breathing naturally. Breathe slowly. Don't force your breath, but relax your belly. And what you can feel or imagine, and should definitely imagine if you are not having exact sensations, physical sensations at the moment, because this visualization is a method that is working very well. If you visualize your muscles while you're doing this exercise, the moment will arrive, then they will respond and your brain will get the sensation in response to your imagine that you are creating. So we're inhaling and we can imagine or feel like our pelvic floor muscles going down. You can think of a hanging flower that is opening and becoming more flat. Or you can think of a jellyfish. Then we exhale, this flower is closing, or our jellyfish is closing, trying to go up in the water. And that is how you can go on using these ideas for visualization that I gave you, or you can find your idea that would be more efficient for you. Remember, if you are jumping, laughing, lifting weights and licking, it is normal. But I don't mean you need to accept it, because you definitely can change and improve the situation. In the next video, I'll show you a small workout for stress incontinence leaking.